wah, wah. Can't play that. It's probably gonna get. It's probably gonna get hit. Move. Well, I can do it. Oh, look. Chi. Kawa. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. I never heard the full thing though. Let's hope the internet is fine. Where did the chat go? Question mark? Oh, there it is. Ooh ah. Meow 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 meow. Is there real lyrics to this? Doesn't sound like it. Ooh ah wah. Ooh. It's cute. Wah, ooh, wah, wah. A lot of like sound effects, like onomatopoeia. That's what I'm hearing with my big old ears. Meow. Okay. Yeah, me looking sharp. Was yesterday. You pasted? You pasted? No! Bro, I copy and pasted. Control Shift. No, just Control V. Shift is optional. You missed me talking about the Ohio, the exclusive Psyduck merch from God knows where. I actually don't know. It's like some sort of event, but I can't remember what the place was. Do not look. To capture, yeah. Shiny too. Was it a shiny one? I think it was. Ooh, what? Let me see if I can find it. It was like, what's the one account that has like a bunch of Pokemon merch? Pokemon. It's not deals and news. I feel like it's mainly card based. There you go. Pokemon. Let's just look up Psyduck. See what happens when I Google Psyduck. I better get a picture of Psyduck. Alright, this is gonna ding me really hard, I believe. So let's go with this. Where is it? It was like some sort of a championship. And didn't share it with me. I think there was a reason why I didn't like copy and paste it. I like thought about it. Like I thought about it is the point, right? Not playing Pokemon today, not today. I thought about it. I'm thinking a lot. I thought about it, but I didn't. My brain isn't doing so hot today, so I wanted something low maintenance, and drawing is very low maintenance. Let's see. It was like a championship. Let me look up championship. Pokemon champion. Oh, it was Pokemon pop-up reservations. That's the keywords, I think. Is the thinker for real? Yeah. I'm just like the one from from Animal Crossing. Hello. Let's see. Merch alert. The Pokemon pop-up. Love it. Thank you. Are Pokemon UK? Was this 2023? I'm here looking at stuff from 2023. Wow, so temper. I love Undertale. I also thought about, see how much I'm thinking? I thought about playing Undertale because I have it. But I was like, at some point I have to lock in when playing Undertale, so let me look up. Why can't I find the Psyduck merch? It's like I hallucinated it or something. Pokemon Center pop-up. Let's just look at that. How am I? I'm doing very well, thank you. Oh, here we go. Here's a picture of someone's haul. It has Ogerpon merch. Do not show my sister, bro. Looks like both you and my sister would have benefited from going to this pop-up. What is this picture that I have here? This is a different picture. Love your cat. Thank you. The cat is the chat. No, technically, that is you. The cat is so cute. It follows you. Yeah. You guys are my meow. My meow meow. This is meow. Where's the picture I saved? Wow, the picture is so huge. It's cropped. Here's the merch that someone posted on Twitter, and I'm just jacking it from them. Pokemon International Championships 2025. It has Psyduck, Clodsire, Quagsire, the Whoopers, and Ogerpon. So cute. Let's see. What's more expensive you think? Psyduck, Scalper, merch, or Ogerpon? Low-key, I think maybe Ogerpon, because she has a lot of limited merch right now. Like she doesn't have a lot of it. So I imagine like even people from like Japan don't have it. So I feel like that. But the Psyduck is like a classic, so maybe that has its own like little group. But I think Ogerpon is possible just because it's so limited. Oh, it was in New Orleans. New Orleans? Which is like the proper one. Here's the little picture of the Ogerpon one. She's so cute. Ogerpon is like the most darling thing ever to come out of Pokemon recently. It's a little... Well, I can't really tell what it is. Let me see if there's news thing. It's a backpack. I can assume it's like a desk mat? Let's see. Pokemon Center news. Looks like you... What? Whatever. Try again. Okay. They don't have anything. It doesn't say what it is. You just have to look at the picture. She almost streamed in a row. I did. I almost did, but I kept getting interrupted in the evening the day after. So it was like, never mind. I almost did it, just know. Life is a whole bunch of almosts and what ifs. Truly. Where's my cleaner? I need to clean the screen. Ow. Lavender Town theme song. It is very good. I quite enjoy it. Wait, is that an Ogerpon coin? Enhance. Wait, did the other guy's picture have that? That coin looks kind of cute. I hope someone's selling it. Wait, it might be a pin. I hope someone sells that so I can buy it for my sister. Me instantly taking the bait of these scalpers. Think fast. I had the thought just then. Oh. It's meow now. It's small. It's so cute. She has a meow meow on her shoulder. May 17th, Singapore. Looking for the New Orleans one. Okay, there's like no other pictures of this merch. I'm glad someone posted it because I would have thought I was for real being crazy if no one posted a single thing about it. It's so cute. Ogerpon is so cute. Alright, let me put this here. Hi, hello. Playing horror games. The most horror game I've played is Little Goody Two Shoes, which I also want to finish soon. Because we're almost done. We have 1 day left. It really makes me jump in my seat because it's like jump scare based, kind of. I'm so small. But I don't know how horror it could really be. And then I was playing Silent Hill with my sister, but we just haven't done it in a while. The PS3 is sitting right on my desk though, ready to be played at any moment, but it's still not. It still hasn't happened. Alright, I haven't even finished the hair on this. Let's see. I used a regular G pen for this, I think. So, you know what has changed? Recent art pieces that I've done that I can't show you because it's for something special. But I was drawing a special art piece for something special, and my professor had handed me like a booklet And she was like, "Oh, I should have given this to you guys at some point because it came with like the class fee, but here you go." Um, and it was like a viewfinder thing, uh, for art, and part of it had like composition grids slash rulers, and I was like, "Wait, let me like see if these are up online." And like, hikey, that shit is like gold. Composition rulers, my beloved. Like it's like a beautiful grid line, and you just follow it, and then you get a pretty good composition like right off the bat. What? It was really good. What about FNAF? I want to say I've tried it, not on stream, but I have tried it. I'm a story guy. I like stories. I feel like FNAF takes a while to get to the story. I don't like the gameplay getting in my way, and I'm not very good at games. I like sitting down and reading. Sorry. Speaking of reading, you Freedy Frisbear? Ready. Ready. I could put my clothing in the dryer, but I don't want to get up. I just sat down to stream. It'll be there, but I may or may not get barked at to move the laundry. It'll be fine. The night is young. You have to get it. It'll be fine. It's in my own house. It's not an apartment or anything. Hello. There's a follower. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. They're gonna kill you if you don't, brother. No. If I live in an apartment, I would get this shit like... I would never leave its side. You know what I mean? I don't trust that shit. So I have a friend who lives in like a dorm. And she, like, when we do a call, she'll like sometimes be like mid doing her laundry. She's like, "Oh, BRB, I gotta go do my laundry." And then she's gone for like an hour. And all she's doing, I think, is like basically just moving it. Bring your panties. What is it, SpongeBob? Okay, Mr. Krabs. Arr, 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 arr. Is it true that they deleted that episode off of whatever the fuck streaming service SpongeBob is on? I actually don't know where it's on. It's on BB. It's on BP. It's on Wee Wee. It's on Poo Poo. What's it on? I had heard like ages ago they took it off. Pretty good story. Pretty big story. I've only finished one chapter out of 101. Ooh. Very nice. It's fucked up. I guess they just don't want kids knowing that stuff. It is kind of antiquated, I guess. That's like the kind of activities that like kids like pre-internet got up to when they were like bored outside with their friends, you know what I mean? Like kids these days don't be doing inappropriate pranks like that. They just like they just like bully each other online, you know what I mean? That's like what they do. So my VT, welcome, 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 welcome. You model, thank you. Welcome, welcome. Can I do my little thingy? I think I can. Oh, wow. I think I do this hand. Pre-internet activities versus post-internet activities. This isn't really like it. Let's see. Beep, beep, beep. This. We talked about it a long time ago. MEOW panties will go hard. That'd be cute. Hold on. Sigh. Opens up another canvas. We talked about... I know we did like the blueberry looking ones. I posted I think on Discord. It might still be there. But like, I think if they were like actually MEOW themed, it'd be cute. Maybe they have like little ears there. Like that like very famous like cat themed set. You just do the MEOW like this. Like that. It looks like it kinda looks like a bandana, like you put like on a dog. Like on a very cute like shepherd type of dog. Give him ears. Twinsies. Same idea. Great mind, think alike. Mind? Singular mind? JFK Joy, what's he doing here? Wait, I didn't really... Is the chat even up on the screen? It is. Okay. I don't know if it's connected to everything, though. Where's his hand at? Let's see. I was thinking about, like... Okay. Wait, I'm trying to like dig really deep into the recess of my memory for a second. I'm gonna Google something and see if this is true, or like if this is actually like a thing that I remember, because I might not be. Okay, it is a thing. Okay, so I used to be used to be really into Danganronpa, right? And they have like a, I don't remember what these were. I think they were like, they were in the game, I guess, items. And they're basically the underwear of all the characters. And I was thinking about it a little bit. What screen am I on? This one. I didn't even press tweet. Hold on. I'm bouncing these things. 5-9. I saw that. That it was what do they call, end of service? You know. I saw that. But the recent thing is the 100 line thing. Actually, I will not lie. I am intrigued, especially since I've been reading Umineko, which is like a long ass story. And 100 line is like has like a shit ton of endings and stuff like that, and it's like pretty long, I guess. Like once you consider all the endings. So it's like, intriguing, especially if it's something I can just play on my own like pace. The fucking long game, yeah. I like that I can do my own pace where it's like I'm not challenging anyone, or like it's not something I have to worry about spoilers, I guess because the fandom is, excuse me, the fandom's pretty small, but I haven't seen like spoilers or anything. So I think I could like just be, yeah, the underwear stuff, we'll do that in a second. I forgot about it. But yeah. Available for Switch and PC. Whoa. People were like, what about PlayStation? Do people even play a fucking PlayStation anymore? I feel like the PlayStation 5 is so washed. Or are they on PlayStation 5 Plus or some shit by now? I don't even know. I don't want your hands. This hand's gonna do it. On mobile delay? Oh yeah. Let's go back to the underwear thing. A vague spoiler? Go ahead. I personally don't mind spoilers, but it's a good warning for everyone in chat. To me, spoilers are like, whoa, for real? And then like I go and enjoy it myself. I've had like vague spoilers for Umineko, and that just makes me want to read it more. It's basically kind of like, I guess, the opposite effect. I feel like when people get spoiled or like are like surprised or like, you know, jump scared by a spoiler like in the public or whatever, they usually just feel discouraged to like keep engaging with whatever it is. But to me, it's the opposite. One poor character died in your route and it led you to a cult somehow. Interesting. And fascinating to see how they connect a bunch of stuff. Because the concept of like that many routes and like how basically from like a story writing perspective, it feels like it's very messy. You have to be very, very organized as a company or as a writer to like keep everything clean. How they get about it? Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Bitches don't even be saying ooh, ooh anymore. No one says that anymore. No one be hitting ooh, ooh unironically. I know that's a lie. I know plenty of people who do it. Not in person, but I know plenty of people online do it. Unironically? Maybe. But anyway, the underwear thing. So Danganronpa had items, which was like all the characters' underwear. And I'd be thinking like, for uni, I had to, and for the nurse outfit with your BF, I feel like it's appropriate to say around your loved ones. Say ooh woo around your loved ones. But when I was doing modeling the nurse outfit for uni 3D, I had to make underwear for it because it was like a very short dress. And I was just thinking like, wait, this is like another thing I can design. I was just thinking about it, what it could be. And I think I went with something like somewhat patterned, but that was thinking of like, because panties were very much like a thing, like very much like a thing in like old anime stuff. And like what was really it was Maybe let me not get the name of this wrong. See the drawing? Yes. Here it is. Oops. Let me not get the name of this wrong. They'll think of what if you learn some new info into a major component of another. Interesting. It sounds like a very engaging game. The fuck? Okay. I'm like typing all these things and it makes me feel crazy. It's like it feels like it doesn't understand what I'm saying. Okay. The pattern type of Shima bun, which is the classic striped panties. Cute, thank you. I just thinking about that and I was like, if I was like to design like a quote unquote official like underwear the same way that Danganronpa has, I was thinking of like, what should I just do, like the striped ones? And the reason I'm drawn to those because Hatsune Miku has those, and I was like, oh my god, she has that pattern, and because it was all the rage at the time, and I was like, oh my god, you know, like that'd be so cute if I had matching ones with Hatsune Miku. I don't think they would be that blue color, but the pattern, it would be the same. You know. 3 things. Just covering it a little bit. Eek. The Red Cross. That's a violation of the Geneva Conventions to do the red one. To make it another color. I wonder, is it just red or is it like the hex code? Boxers? They were like low-key like boy shorts in the nurse outfit. Uncle! He's so cute. Love Uncle Bao. Aw, this Tommy. Make it green? I don't have a single lick of green on my design. It will look so off. Ooh, the song. Beep, 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 beep. Purple and white. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like a lilac. It's the copyright, yeah. This is like a little too thin. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah. Beep, beep, beep. This is me making beats when I was like 10. I thought about taking like a music composition class or like a music reading class, but I was like, it would be good for me creatively to do so. I don't know. I still have time to think about it. Pumpkin bloomers, those are so cute. Like the puff ones. If my design accounted for it, I would. Like those like old Victorian like whatever. You know what that reminds me of is like the apparently there was like a trend, and I'm not on this side of TikTok because it's very much like normie fashion girl TikTok, but the criticism to it reached my page where like there's apparently like a concept of like bubble shorts, so it'd be like I can sketch a person. I don't know what like the top would be, like something cute, like cute romper type thing or whatever, a top. But then like the shorts would be like these small bubble shorts, they were called. And essentially, let's make the legs really long to really accentuate it. But it would be like, this is like a serval. POV, you turn to a serval. But they're like bubble shorts, and because they're this like bunched up, like ruffled fabric, they ride upwards, and the criticism was like, y'all should not be wearing that as often as you do in public because it's basically you're showing your hoochie because it's like so up or whatever. But I don't live in this world, so I've never seen them out in the wild. Truly. But it just reminded me of that, the pumpkin bloomers. I was like, it's kind of just bloomers, except they're like super short. Let's see. A hand. Let me do my tail. Let me fix this. If I turn on my fan, will you guys hear it? I hope not. Let me update that counter. Woof. Let's see. The hiccup count for this month is very, very scarce. 4, let's make it 6. Okay. Is this even the right, like, section? Yeah, it is. Boy, it's Timmy. Another reason why I, like, thought about replaying it and, like, decided not the Pokemon, was because, getting the Temmie armor was a pain in the butt. And on my, like, organic playthrough when I first played it, I did that. And then I was like, I don't know if I want to do it again. But if I really want to keep up, like, the experience, I do need to go back and defeat the secret bosses. Like Jester. You might be the only one. There might be missing one that I haven't done. But there's that. It's not like a super, like, important thing, but it is like an extra story bonus. Easy peasy. Why not just make the cat entities that were popular? I don't want to say not popular. The cat entities are fine, I guess. I feel like they're so overdone. I've said this. Actually, have I said this on stream before? I feel like this is an opinion I always reserve to my closest friends, and I've never said it online, I think. So I think I think I'll keep it a secret again. But what I will say, which is basically the same statement except just like a little bit less specific, is that like certain like trend outfits, like once you see them a bunch, they're like a little less appealing, especially if like they're worn the same way or like drawn the same way every single time. The pitchfork, I don't know if it's an opinion people would disagree on, but I think it would break some hearts. It's just about a particular article of clothing that was a trend and still is. Kind of in the background now, but I know people like it, so I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to yuck anyone's yum or whatever that phrase is. Some outfits are very linear, yeah. God, I want to say it so bad, but I don't want to. It'll be like the meanest thing I ever say on this fucking platform. And it's not even that bad. I just feel bad because I know people genuinely like it. The definition of the outfit trend, yeah, I like when it goes a little different. Or at the very least, like it'll like it comes back like a fond friend or something like that. You know what I mean? Or it matches with something nice. Speak your mind, you won't cry or nothing. Don't just maids. It's not having to do with maids. God, okay. No, I shan't. I mustn't. Because people really like it. Literally the most thing I can say without being specific is that it's like a clothing type that is very popular in like a specific community. And while it's very cute, for whatever reason, slinkinis, no. You already know my opinion on those. I don't think I would be breaking that many people's hearts with it. With a criticism that slinkinis are boring. Does it involve cows? It doesn't. The cow bikini is okay. It's okay. It is one of the overdone ones though. But it's a particular article of clothing that for whatever reason I never see it, like, because okay, I never see it coordinated. Like, think of like outfit coordinations. I never see it coordinated with anything cute, and it's always the same fuck ass like the rest of the outfit. The rest of the outfit is so. It's like, oh my god, you're not doing that one article of clothing justice because the rest of the outfit sucks. This makes me sound like a fashion nerd. It's not even that. But it's like they never the article of clothing isn't being complimented. If anything, I feel like you're making you're making it look cheap, and it's cute. But like the lack of like actual fashion thought with it, just say it. I won't. I won't. I won't. 'Cause I feel bad. Like the one thing. You're struggling. No, I actually explained it very well. The article of clothing basically does not come out as cute as it actually is because the rest of the outfit sucks. And that's it. I end my case. Bam, bam. I hit the gavel. That's it. Thank you for your time. What clothing is, I won't say. I shan't. I mustn't. I will. I won't. It's cute. Live with the mystery, but just know it's not that serious either. A top and a article of clothing. The particular clothing is like a bottom. But I guess I'm criticizing the entire outfit. I'm like trying to defend the bottom one by saying that the rest of it sucks. That's just my onion. Booty shorts? No, I don't think I've seen that many booty shorts in like a trend type thing. Is it just plain 20 questions? Is it an animal? No. Is it from a movie? No. Is it red? No. Can be. Is it an animal? Did you say that after or before I said the animal part? Or are we just thinking it the same way? Let's see. Is this eye good enough? Some booty shorts? That'd be very nice. They look very nice. If anything, I have not seen enough. I say we should maybe have that more. These are like upwards. Faust hair. Faust or Faust? Faust. Hey, anime girl. Hello, it is me, anime girl. Faust. Limbus Company. Call me. Dude, she's so cute. Speaking of Limbus Company, since I did say I had basically finished Heathcliff's thing, and then I'm on whatever, and I have not, what is it, Walpurgis Night fourth night or whatever it's called? I have not started that, but that's the section I'm on. To-do list. My thoughts on Heathcliff's story. Yeah, man. Dude, thoughts on Heath Kanto? I'm here now. I liked it. I really do like the idea of they'll find each other in any universe. I do think like the epiphany that like our Heathcliff has, where it's like, yeah, bro. It's like, yeah, I get why you did that, but I'm different than you because I can change. And it's like, yeah, man, you tell him, because it's so ridiculous that okay, spoilers for whatever. Not really, but I'm not gonna get super specific, but just specific enough, I guess. But it's so like, what do you mean that was your solution to finding out that the girl you love like doesn't care about you, and you're like, whoa, like it's my fault that I made her sad and she died, so I'm just gonna kill myself and I'm just gonna go murder myself in every timeline, right? It's like, I don't think, like, I like, hold on, like, hear me out. I don't think that might be a solution. And the fact that Catherine's like thought was similar, it's like, girl, not you too. It's like, I thought you were supposed to be like the crafty one, or like, you know, a little bit better. It's like, you no wonder you guys are both perfect for each other. It's like, they think the same fucking way. It's like, that was ridiculous. Nellie's story, you know what's really interesting is before I had started that story section, there was like a thread that came up on my feed that was like, what character in any Project Moon or in Limbus Company do you think like was kind of like not what is it? Like not explored more or something like that? And looking down, I hadn't met Nellie yet, but she was there because they showed her sprite. And I just remembered that as I was reading the story. And I was like, yeah. I guess I did like her motivation, which was basically like the plight of these two individuals basically wears me down no matter what timeline I'm in, and I'm never free of their issues. Therefore, I'm gonna make them like I don't know, figure it out or whatever. Again, the solution is not at all good. And I swear, I have an entire mirror that shows you any possibility, and you chose, and there wasn't a single one. Like, you're ridiculous. Like, there had to be one, right? And I guess that's like the tragedy of it all. But clearly, there's no way. There's no way. I'm sure if you sprinkled some communication in any one of those timelines, it probably could have gone way better. You know what I mean? I think the lack of communication between the characters was like their death sentence, clearly, right? And they say that. He says that. He's like, if I just like confronted my fears and talked to her when I heard her say that she would never marry me or whatever, then things would have been different. Like, yeah, you know? Mention for Kathy and Heath wasn't story in the book is they're two parts of one soul. That's where they kind of travel stuff out. It is very cute. I really like it. Because at the end of the book, they're like the kids, and it's basically like the kids. You know, because I actually read the synopsis for the book, like maybe like a month or whatever before I actually got to that story. And so like the ending is like similar, where it's like the kids at the grave or whatever, and it's like basically Heath and Kathy. And then when that part of like of them showing that outcome before like they like erase like the timeline or like the memories and stuff like that, when that was there, I was like, oh, that's like the book, like as if the whole fucking thing wasn't like the book. But the ending in particular being like, whoa, that's like in the book when the kids are there and it's basically them. That was very fun. Very, very fun. But yeah, I think they should just talk to each other. I don't know. Shrugs. I think that would help a lot. This like mouth is really different, but I think it's okay. This like part of the eye, I'm always messing up. But playing the game, the reading story feel different. Oh, definitely. When I do the readings, like just the readings, and then I transfer to watching the videos of like the gameplay, it definitely is different with all the visuals and stuff. I'm not good at video games, so also if it wasn't a gacha game, I would be more inclined, but it is a gacha game. And one of those games I'm not very good at either. Speaking of like games I'm not good at, the people who made Little Goody Two Shoes are coming out with another game called Hell Maiden. And you know, I like me some Yuri and beautiful stories and art. So I was like, I'd like to do it. And then they came out with a trailer, and it's like one of those like survivor games, like Vampire Survivor, is that what it's called? Like one of those games where you like get power-ups and like you get beams and stuff, like Hollow Cure, like that type of stuff. All the units for free. I don't have time to play gacha games. My gacha game life is over. It's been over for a few years. I used to be so into the gacha game stuff, and now I've just not. I've grown tired. Vampire Survivors, yeah, it was really popular. I've never played those sort of games, and the Hell Maiden game is one of those. For the story, I can just watch it and read it. If anything, I can just reread it too. I want to go back to Sinclair's. I'm always constantly thinking about Sinclair's story, and then my sister had told me about the story that his is based off of, which I don't remember the name of it. But that story in general just really like, I just keep thinking about it. Like something about the innocence of like a rich kid, and then like him being like semi-guided / observed by like a weird kind of esoterical person. Like not there, but they're there. Hello everyone. Oh. Lowe's power tool. Did you know power tools aren't as expensive as you think? I was looking at power tools and I was like, these have to be like $200. And they're actually, if you get like a cheap one, they're like 30 to 40. Like, huh. I don't know, I thought they would be like more expensive. I don't know if I would go for a super cheap one, but they aren't super expensive. Sorry if you're not there getting your ass beat. That is true. I don't know how many ass beats I have left in me though. Maybe it's the name of the book that is constant. Yeah, right. I remember. It was like something, and I knew it, but yeah, I remember the name. It's really interesting. I don't know. It just has me thinking of it constantly. Anyway, back to whatever, the more Limbus, but so the part after Heath's is like the killing time part. And the thing I know why they did this because that's how story writing works. But they introduced the concept of like, oh yeah, everyone runs on different times here. They introduced that concept like after we had spent quite a while in that city in that city, and I was like, yeah, because then it's like, yeah, everyone runs on different time because it's like a capitalism thing. Like, yeah, and then Heath's like, yeah, the mansion had one of those. Like, what? This was just like a thing. And then they ask Yusang about it, and he's like, oh, I've never really, had to notice because I never really left the place, and I always paid my taxes. So, and it's like, this is just like a detail about the city that was like integral to its existence, and it was just only introduced as we were leaving it, basically. In T-Core, yeah, T-Core. It's like as we were leaving it was introduced, and I was like, okay, I get it, but also it feels like, okay, we're literally like 1 foot out of this place. I just found that funny. I was like, dude. Because of the way, what I've noticed is that a lot of the way things are written, like, the reason I feel like that thread in the first place existed, where it was like, what's a character in like these Project Moon, Limbus Company things that you think was like not given enough time? And I think it's because the character sprites for even like side characters look really nice, and they're designed like very clearly with like a purpose. Like, this character's here for this, right? So you think they're gonna get more, but they're not, because like life kind of goes on. Like, you kind of just move on, and some things come back and some things don't, right? I think that's kind of the sentiment that people kind of feel, and I'm feeling it too. So except for the people who didn't play. No, that's true. That is true. I mean, they've mentioned the libraries a couple times so far, but I feel like, I don't know, like right now, the way, I don't know if they address this, but the way the comments had me feeling on like that thread made me feel like maybe they haven't particularly addressed it completely. But it makes sense because the story's not finished. But Damien's like his whole existence and like whatever posse he's running with that is like kind of separated into like observers or whatever. Like, what's going on there? And it just feels weird when they interject in the middle, because it's like, you're telling me all this shit, and I have to wait like a while to find out what it is you mean, because it's connected at the same time, but like, it's like also not super connected. I don't know. They definitely have like a very specific writing style when they do their stories, and it's like one where you have to be content with being clueless for a long time, or like unsatisfied with certain aspects. I need my tail. I have not been drawing. I've just been like moving this stuff, pushing paint around. 34 groups running at the same time. Yeah. Next. Tail looks weak. Let's do this. Missed Faust. I'm curious what she means when she lost the connection to the other Fausts. But that side of her was so cute when she was like thinking. when she was thinking. Me when boss is thinking, wow. Puts hands together, kicks leg up, hearts sprout from the like emojis everywhere. Wow, what she thinks. It was a very cute episode. Episode quote unquote, like I said. The biggest problem, they hate our ass for real, for real, for real, for real. What a scary world they live in. I've said it, but it's just so scary. So spooky. But it's real life, right? Whoa. And that's the story. My sister was like, we were talking about it. So I was just updating her of like my progress and stuff. And she was basically like, because you know, like the story is basically just like how capitalism like ruins everything. And she was like, it's even scarier when you think about it being written like South Korea. Because she was like basically coming out. Because is it okay? I don't know how to say it. It's so scary. Like the stuff in South Korea, like the problems that they have are so. They're not unique to them, but the way that like it manifests in that country, I feel like influences a lot of the story and how it like comments on capitalism. This is the best song in the game. One of them. Squid Game. I've never seen Squid Game, but you're right. That is one of those too. One of those commentary stories. Where's this line? I swear. Here. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Perspective. Reading's so fun. Reading is so cool. Okay, I think I should start coloring this. And saving, because I didn't press save on this earlier. Beam, beam, beam. Me. This. Cool, 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 cool. What window is up? I guess nothing. No, that's a lie. Wah, wah, wah. This one. Doesn't have to be there. Squid Games. I see what the latest one. I only saw, I think, art from it, like the visual maybe. Hello. But I have not seen any spoilers for it. Thank goodness. I also don't know what the story's based off of either, so that helps, because if I don't know the original book, then I'm not being spoiled by anything. Let me remove the eyes for the sake of coloring. There you go. They're back Kanto yet? I'm excited to go to because Faust hasn't had one yet, right? I want to know more about her. She's so cute and everything. I also want to do. Well, I know Don Quixote's is out, but I'm curious about hers. Because they like dropped like a little bit of a bombshell in like that warp train section. I was like, what? What do you mean her shoes are like a power limiter on her? Like what? We'll find out. Let me pull up the 2B reference. I just realized that's what I'm looking for. 2B near automata. Don Quixote is so fun. Meow meow. Here we go. Okay. Doesn't show everything, but I know this part's white, so it's fine. Scary ass drawing in this corner. Okay, her gloves I was looking for. They're full glove with design. Okay, we'll just paint that after. Skin. This is skin. 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 And then look at the eyes. His eyes open up a picture. Do I want to do a black liner? I usually don't, but the first part's kind of slow, but when it picks up, interesting. Beep, beep. I need to go to bed. early. But luckily, it's not too super early. I did have a friend who was like, "Oh, let me know when you're free so we can like hang out because we haven't like gamed or whatever in like half a year." Also, swinging half a year. Happy 1 year anniversary to the beer in my fridge! Yay! We've been through so many things together. How all the VAs did. I'm definitely gonna have to check that out voiced. It has been a whole year since I got, I think it's a Modelo branded like flavored like michelada type. I don't remember if that was the flavor. I think it's like a lime flavor, but it was in that like whatever product line it was. Now you have to drink it. I don't know if I will. There's something nice about it just being in the fridge. Because like there are times where I'll make a nice meal or something and I'm like, this might go well with it, but I think there might be a better meal in the future that it'll go better with. And then it just stays there. And then like it just being there is like I can have it whenever I want. And so I'm not tripping. It's literally just, it'll be there waiting for me when I'm ready to have a nice one. And I don't have to worry about it. It's like Old Faithful. It's just there. So let's go for 2 years. 2 years of it just sitting in the fridge, waiting to fulfill its purpose. You drink beer? Are you a drinker? I'm not. Clearly, right? If I really was fiending for it, I would have just drank it when I got it. And I did have some the day that I got it because it was like a birthday party. Mind you, you know how it is when there's like a Mexican birthday party. Like the birthday individual will be a kid, and you know there's beers lined up right there and there. So there was a few there, and I was like, well, let me just like grab a few, and I drank some while I was there. And then when I got home, I was like, you know, there was like leftovers, and I was like, these are so good. And I was like, you mind if I take some? And they're like, yeah, just take some. So I grabbed a couple, and then I think only one was left, basically. And I was just like, it'll be there when I need it. And I just never drank it. I thought about it. I was like, you know, I've had dreams like, you know, it sounds so good. It's like a nice cold beer. And then I just never did it because the thought, the combination of the thought of it plus knowing that it's actually in the fridge and it won't go anywhere because no one in the house drinks, including me clearly, was enough to satisfy the urge to drink. It was like, it'll be there. So you dream about it, not super often, but sometimes it'll just happen. If you ever dream of like a nice dessert or something, or like a meal you had years ago, it's kind of like that. It was just there in the fridge. And I think about it. This is nice. It looks nice. Okay. And then let me see the eyes, I guess, to see if this looks good. I'm sure it'll taste fine a year later, 2 years later. I don't know. I mean, beer is like one of those things where it's like aged in the first place, right? I'm sure it'll be fine. If not, I can just buy another one and like have it do the changing of the guards. You know what I mean? All right, you serve your year sentence. That's actually not changing of the guards. It's like a prison sentence. It's time to switch. Looks strange. This line is so hydrate. Okay, I have fizzy water here. I will drink that. Go get that beer. I'm not drinking that beer. I have so many things to do tomorrow. I'm not gonna be drinking alcohol. Also makes you like not able to sleep because it like your body's fighting it's basically poison, but it tastes good. Kanye West looks through his ass. Me too. That was such a keystone meme. I still think about it too. Fizzy water. I would have been drinking coffee, but I ran out. Alcohol. And you sleep so damn well. I guess a little bit will just be enough to knock you out. But in front of a whole can be it. On me, Bessie. I just got that. As if you bought me the beer. As if it hadn't been there like a whole year. Beep, 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 beep. Color what happens. Actually, no, like this, taller. Experimenting new ways to draw / color the eyes of me specifically. That's really good that I've been like wanting to make again, but the process to make it was kind of a pain in the butt because we went through so many places when we didn't have to. When I was making it with my friends is buko pandan, which is like a Filipino dessert. What is pandan? I like looked it up before. I'm pretty sure it was just like its own. It's like a coconut type thing. Look it up. Like its own specific thing. It's a plant. Okay. It looks like a beautiful fern. Very cute. But it's basically like a plant, right? And it tastes really good. The buko pandan is basically just like condensed milk, coconut jellies and shreds, and pandan jellies, and then like syrup and flavoring. And it's so good. But my friends and I wanted to make it because like they suggested it. Oh yeah, let's go to this store or whatever. They were like, oh, let's go to this like little like hole in the wall like shop basically, and we did. But I felt like we spent so much time there looking for it for some reason, and then like we also were like struggling to find the rest of the ingredients for some reason. And now that they're getting back on it, I was like, why were we like crawling? Why were we driving all the way across like towns to try to find the ingredients when we could find them all in a single store? Like a single store that we know where it is and we know it has it. Why were we going everywhere except that store to get the ingredients? I don't understand what went wrong in the mindset. Cat. See the comment. It wasn't even me. I've never even heard of this dessert until then. My friend was the one who was like, you know what? Let's go here. Hey, let's go here. And we did. And I was like, wouldn't it all be in this store? She was like, oh, well, we can go here and maybe it's cheaper here. And it's like, I guess. And then it just took so long. That just half the fun. I guess so. That is definitely the part I remember the most, was our struggle to get all the ingredients, even though it's like pretty self-explanatory. You want to get the destination. Well, I was interested. Also, I don't know. I just don't like going outside very much. And like a lot of like the smaller stores that we went to were like small and cramped. And I felt out of place. And I was like, I don't know if I want to be here. Because I should be here. Because it was like, it wasn't just me and them. It was like me, them, my sister, and then like another friend. I was like, there's way too many fucking people. Like it felt like we were like teenagers. Maybe teenagers like in middle school / early high school, like doing things for the first time, and they have their entire posse because they're all scared. I think that's what it felt like. And I was like, there's way too fucking many of us doing all this. Would you camp in the winter? The question is, would I camp in general? Probably not. I like being inside. When it's cold, I'd rather be inside, tucked in bed. 30 years of your life locked in your room. So you've never been camping, even though you've asked me the camping question? Let alone in the winter? Let's go camping. Kame pee. Pee pee. When I say pee pee, I think of Clefairy. Because Clefairy is called pee pee in Japanese. I think I'm missing something, like a highlight. Of sorts. Oh yeah, the reason I commented about my friend wanting to hang out because I was like, I wonder if they'd be down to hang out for like an hour or something soon. But I don't even remember. They're busy tomorrow. I don't know. I'm a terrible. I don't like planning things. I like just asking, like, "Hey, are you free now?" And then that's it. Except if you don't ask me, then I'm busy all the time. You have to ask me because I live on my own schedule. I'll consider it if you ask. I fold very easy, but you have to ask. that sort of thing. The Invincible show, or you lived the Invincible show. I've never seen that show. I'm not particularly a fan of hero stuff, let alone any sort of like, I don't know, like shows coming up. Are you free now? Perhaps, I don't know. I'm streaming. I'd have to think about it after. You know, I'm not free after because I have to go to sleep early. I have to wake up early. So no, actually, I'm not free. I'd be free for maybe an hour tops. But that's it. Fuck early. No, your sleep is so important. I also have no choice. Like if it was my choice, I wouldn't be waking up early. You know what I mean? I also have to do my laundry. So then I get barked at for. I hate saying yelled at because it's not like actually yelling. So I've been switching over to saying bark. I've been scolded. You shouldn't have the dryer running late. But at the same time, they're like, don't do your laundry in the day because it's like power cost. It's too costly for the power. But also don't do it at night. So when do I? And it's like, do it in the morning. I don't want to wake up in the morning to do laundry. Then it sits. Wonderful, it's plenty of time to send you Limbus stuff. Yeah. You know, still thinking about that video I sent ages ago on the Discord of like the video of like he manipulated you. Fuck. Conniving manipulator, whatever, and it's like Dante, but it's just Dante's like clock sounds. I still think about that video. That's so funny. I thought it was well executed. You shrink your clothes if you're leaving there so long you gotta fold it. No. More of a night owl. Chicks with mullets. That sounds nice. I feel like I haven't seen a mullet in person in a long time. I've definitely seen one. Let's do the hair. 7. I wonder if they would be free. I feel like if I message them now, they would be like, actually, I'm busy right now. I feel like they would be busy. And even then, it's like, I actually don't like playing video games that much unless I want to. I'm a very selfish person. I'm very considerate, but I'm also very selfish. And if I can have the control, I will. If I deem it okay. Speaking of having the control and being like an alpha, which is what I am. So you know, wake up early tomorrow. Oh, me too. Do I have a great sleep? Thank you. Hope you have sweet dreams. No wonderful morning. Damn, your ass is a cat. Truly, you'd be like, whoa, isn't that like what a cat is like? And they're like, yeah. You're like, yeah. Hello. But y'all see that video? I guess his name is Charles, the King Charles or whatever. And it's like this dog, this like kind of like fluffy curly dog that was like in like some sort of like a yard with like a bunch of dogs. And there was dogs having a fight, and then he comes over and he like basically like scolds all the dogs, and he like ends up like stepping on like the other dog, like basically assert he's the alpha, and the other dog's like whining and on his back or whatever. Like that video is so tough. Like what? Like the aura of that dog is insane. TLR, I'm that dog. Hello. I'm that dog when I can be. I like having control. I want to have control. I know there's lyrics, but I do, but if I sing them out of order, I forget them. I want to have control. He has conquers hockey. He's like so... It was like insane. And I saw more videos from like the account. Sabretooth. Rawr. Big old teeth. Chompers. The baller. Literally, like... The other videos is also like really insane where he just does it more to like other dogs. Like he doesn't have to say anything. Like he just like he just shows up and they like bow down quite literally. And then I think part of it also, like when I think about it, um like I'm observing the video and I'm thinking. I'm like using my brain, my brain to think. But like because I was thinking like what really determines if like the dog is the alpha, right? And particularly what of these dogs of this population would make it the alpha. And I guess like my hypothesis would be that that particular dog probably just doesn't back down. Because there are times where the other dogs will like, I guess like overpower it a little bit. But then that dog is so cool and he has like a posse and they all come and like defend him. So like he doesn't even have to do anything. Like he has his people. It's so cool. Wow, he's so cool. Said in the Chris Pratt. Wait, no. The Miyamoto who said that? I don't remember who said that. About Chris Pratt. He's so cool. It was the dubber who said it. The voice dubber for that trailer. Of Miyamoto? So many layers to that. But it really felt like he was just so confident. Like the dog was so confident. The same show. There has been a lot of like stuff on that Diddy trial. I've not been keeping up with it. I saw briefly like there was like some influencer girl like apparently got into the trial or whatever, and she was like talking about it. And it was like I scrolled by it because I'm not particularly interested. But I found out later that that girl was actually that what's it called? Like the murder mystery. What's it called? True crime. She was like the true crime girl that people like. Stephanie, I think is her name is. I can't like stand those sort of videos that she does. My friends will like to watch those sometimes, but I just can't with that sort of content because it feels like they're the sort of, it feels like this has to be a controversial opinion too because I know a lot of people like this sort of stuff. It feels like a assignment where it was like write about this event / story, but make it kind of like it feels like creative writing almost. I don't know how to describe it until he wasn't. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, it feels like creative writing sort of, and then a lot of it just borderline feels like because you know it feels like creative writing because she's using all these like you know how you should write a story where like you're describing the scene, you know, because there's no visuals, or like there rarely is visuals for certain parts of the story. So she's using all these adjectives and whatever and very descriptive words, but then it starts to feel a little too like sensationalist of the story. It just doesn't feel particularly respectful when like it's like made so much like a story. Martin Mango, is that what it's called? Like her, I know she has a podcast with a name like that, right? I'm just not a fan of that sort of stuff. I just feel like her medium of choice, like of her words, like her writing style, if you will, I feel like it's not comfortable, I guess. I don't know. Like I like reading, like I'm like, you know, I'll be reading about tragedies and stuff too. But there's something about the way where she gets descriptive about it, where it's like storytelling, that makes it feel weird for me personally. I don't know. It's too storytelling. I don't know. IDK. It's simply not my flavor of choice. Yeah. If I get a few hiccups here and there. Beep, 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 beep. Let's do that and color the eyes. Beep, 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 beep. I wish this thing had its own little viewfinder, but it doesn't. Maybe on the other thing it would have it. I'm really into editing. Actually, no, wait. No, yes. Leave it. really into adding this pink highlight when you subdue it. Nice. And then right. From here on out, my ears have like a little bit of a tint on them, like a shade. I need to remember to do it. I'm gonna keep forgetting. Just need to figure out like how dark it should be. I think it's quite cute though. It reminds me of one of my cats who has like ears like that. Is spilled ink on you? Yeah, that was kind of the idea. I wanted to have more of like a inky thing somewhere, like if it was dipped. I'm thinking about if I want to have my paws be a little bit similar with the like gradient, the dark gradient on them. But I haven't tried it out properly on the work in progress of the new model. Which I think I can show you guys because I've shown it before and I want to keep documenting it, but I'm working on it so slowly because I'm in between other model commissions. So let's see if I can pull it up. It's loading. It's a really big file. I try not to make it so big, but I can't help it. There you go. Here's the progress on Uni 5, which I hope to be done in August. As you can see, there's a little flesh fang. When I was when I was drawing it, I didn't have the flesh fang initially, and I was telling my sister, I was like, "You think it's selfish?" And she's like, "What? You think it's selfish if I add a flesh fang?" And she's like, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about." And I was like, "Cause the flesh fang is so cute." And I was telling her that Mint Phantom, another Mint, has a flesh fang. And she's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, if you look at her model, like her newer one, it has a little flesh fang." And she's like, "I didn't even notice." And I was like, "I did, and it looks so cute." So I added a little flesh fang. 2% thicker? Good, because my initial one is so skinny. Skinny! A lot of thick thighs. And what do thick thighs do? Everyone say it with me. Save lives. Right. That's the progress. I don't know if I'm gonna really do the pattern to stay consistent. I might just not do it. But my complete acid themselves, that's like a whole different body part, bro. You got it wrong. Okay, let's do the overlay. Spent so much time chatting, I didn't even finish this drawing. I definitely would have been done if I wasn't chatting. But it's fine. I can't even play the game today anyway. Oh my god. Ooh, subscribe! If humans had tails, we would do what was it? We would do very interesting things. What is it? You guys know I love that video. Let's see if I can pull it up. If humans had tails, we'd probably If humans had tails, we'd find unique ways to use them. And he goes, "Oh my god, subscribe." You heard the man, subscribe. Series. Yes. Oops. Another one here. Smaller. There has to be a better way for me to do this, but I've always done it this way. I feel like I never nail it. This sort of star design. Twinkle, twinkle. Little star? Wait. How I wonder? How you are? Right. Burger King foot lettuce? Number 15. Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you'd want in your burger is... what? Is whatever. But it turns out that might just be what you get. Wow, it really scrambled it up. It's basically what I sounded like when I was tripping over the first part. Come on, what? What? Hands up. You're evolving yourself back to your meme self? Well, it's not my fault that I know the ones that you're referencing, so I just repeat them. There was, what was it? Oh, there was like a video that was like an account that just does a bunch of like Jeopardy. Speaking of Jeopardy, I want to do one of those. I want to see if I can get Are You Smarter on a Fifth Grader, like one of those older games. I want to see if I can. I have to remember that. I have to write that down. But I want to do some trivia type stuff. I'm terrible at it, but I think it would be fun to do it on stream. But anyway, it had Family Feud type of questions, and one of them was like a Vine one, and I was like, I got this shit, and of course I nailed all of them. But then I think there was one that the answer was like a little bit unfair, if I remember correctly, where it was like a version of the video that wasn't as popular as the other one, something like that. Failed the math section. If they gave me enough time, I would win. It truly just is about giving me time. You think famous mathematicians are solving complex algorithms and formulas and questions in like 30 minutes? Hell no. They take entire years and more to do so. One of those things you should take your time, because especially if you mess up early on with math, you got all day streamer. Are you sure? I feel like you guys have more time than I do to stream. You're like, when are you gonna stream? When are you gonna stream? I don't have no time. And the second I'm on here, they're like, okay, are you done? It's like, damn, bro. Hands. Undertale. First name Sand, last name Undertale. Maybe it's middle name Under, last name Tail. That's really cool. Math's so cool. So cool. Oops. Shoot, I got rid of it. A nice line. I don't know where it went. I don't know if I like this like black line art. I might want to go back to the weird blue that I always use. The thing about the weird blue I always use is that it's like, you're gonna have a bad time. Nah. I still remember fighting Sans. It was very fun. I had a lot of fun fighting Sans, because it's a lot about pattern recognition. It was very, very fun. There you go. The weird blue that I use, as always, comes in handy. How is it? Okay. Think. Time to call it. It's also been a while. Let's see. It's a... Let's update that hiccup counter while we're here. Shakes my head. Maybe since he's done his job well, he got you. He did what he was supposed to. Hiccups, I think it's at the 6, so let's set it to, I think 10 at this point. It's like half the quota and the month's almost over. That sounds about right. I'm always so Hatsukashi when it comes to rating someone, because I never have anything to say. So I'll leave it for now. Dude, if I had streamed yesterday, just a little bit earlier, I could have rated Emmy. Emmy had a her 3D model thing. Just shout out Emmy just for no reason. Hold on, can I do that with the shout out thing? I think I heard a proper thing though. Shout out, and then I have to get her username. Which I don't remember entirely. Clicks on this. Clicks here, copy paste here. Username. Here. That work? It did. Okay. Oh, and the BGM ended. Perfect. I streamed for the whole entire Undertale OST. Anyway, we're not rating anyone, but go check out Emmy, because she had her new 3D model that she made all by herself. and her streams are always very fun and high paced. I like them. She does a lot of horror games too when she does stream. If you guys like horror games, I recommend watching her. She's very fun. She's a hoot and a holler, as they say. And I'm working on her updated model, and that's almost done. So yeah, thank you everyone for coming. Sweet dreams. Good night. Meow meow. Meow meow meow. Sweet dreams. Good night. Meow. I gotta do my laundry.